Sunday sunrise church service going live. It is 8th, 2023. This is Cannabis Church of God. I'm Pod Pastor Kate. Welcome. If you're an NFL fan, you might have been watching last week's Monday Night Football game where Damar Hamlin went in for a tackle and he hit the other player, got the tackle, stood back up, suffered a heart attack. Oh, the moon is still out and looking nice and full in the morning sky. How beautiful. Suffered a heart attack and died on the field. And the physical trainer rushed out there and knew it was an emergency and called immediately. And the medical staff that was there for the game, because there's always an ambulance for a football game, because American football, NFL league, it's a rough sport. Will not be continued as it shouldn't be. Those players went through a lot that night, and they lost their brother for a little bit as they were resuscitating him feverishly on the field. Where's that moon? It's hiding back there in the clouds now. I mean, it hit me hard because, y'all know I almost died last summer. Ended up in the hospital. Had my own health issues that I'm still recovering from, and that I'm still trying to find the answers to for the last 5 years. But something like that, so sudden, and it hit me hard watching it, and watching these players go through it. And they surrounded him and put a wall of a human shield around him of protection, so that way the cameras couldn't see what was going on, so that way, for his own privacy, for one, and two, nobody should have to watch what these poor players and the coaching staff and everyone else had to witness. And they didn't show it again after that, because nobody should need to see that. It happened live on TV, and unfortunately, and so they didn't replay it. And then afterwards, the Bills team kneeled in the field after they took him off in an ambulance and took him to the hospital. The Bills team kneeled in a circle, and the coach said a prayer for Damar, as did everybody. But he had the breathing tube taken out. He's speaking, and his first question in writing was, "Did we win?" That kind of passion. See, all these players are living their dream. How many of you chased a dream? I've chased many. How many of you got to live your dream? I've lived many. There's nothing like it. There's no drug like it. There's no feeling like it. There's no replacing it. When I was in a band, my bandmates, those were my brothers. When I'm filming and I'm doing production, my filming crew, those are my brothers. When I'm helping run a convention, the people running on the event team and the staff, those are my brothers and sisters. They're like family. You get so attached and so close to people. These NFL players, they have their own brotherhood, because I'm not an NFL player. I don't know what that's like. They have their locker room experience. They have their own lifestyle, and they talk about it, how they do so much with them. They spend more time with their football team than often their own families. And so it's just a brotherly union and brotherly love and connection. Y'all know I love a good connection. I'm all about connection. And that brotherly connection is so super strong. It was amazing to watch this week as NFL players were tweeting and their prayers and asking for prayers, uh, not just from the Bills team, but from players from every team and coaches. And the way coaches were talking about it and the way everybody handled it this week was just extremely honorable and brought some, made me have a little more hope for humanity because I don't lately because y'all kind of suck. People, stop being so sucky. Stop being so fucking shitty to each other. But humanity came together this week because while he was in the hospital, he got to wake up and find out that his little charity that he was asking for $2,500 so he could buy toys for children in his neighborhood, in his impoverished neighborhood, is up to $8 million. People came together. It wasn't just thoughts and prayers. We know how prayers are powerful, and that many people praying can do some powerful things. But lots of people just say, "Ooh, here, sending thoughts and prayers." Did they actually fucking pray? Most probably did not. Uh, in lots of situations. So your thoughts and prayers can be wasted and empty. But this time they didn't just offer lots of prayers, and they prayed. People prayed. They put the thought behind it, found his charity, shared the hell out of it, and gave and donated $8 million. That's a lot of fucking toys. That's just not toys, that's change. He gets to help entire families, change entire lives. This will change his entire life. And he already found purpose. Now he gets to live that purpose tenfold in extraordinary ways because of brotherly love, because of humanity's love and giving to him so that he could help just his society that he came from, his community that he came from, and help the kids, and not just them, but their families, and really actually help, really actually do really good change, not just a little bit here and there. This is monumentous change. So that's what humanity did, and that's some brotherly love. And I understand that, and it must have been so rough on those NFL players. You saw it on the field that night. They were in tears. They were in shock. Everyone who was supposed to be announcing it and on ESPN did a good job trying to fill the air because they were in shock too by what they just witnessed. I was in fucking shock. And luckily, counseling has been offered for all of them, and that's another reason the game was canceled because they didn't want to. The game had bad mojo after that. They didn't want to go back and replay that game. But watching all those brothers in pain and suffering, watching what happened to their friend Damar, their brother, and the outpouring of love immediately after, reminded me of my own brothers, my own friends that this summer came to say their goodbyes to me because I swore I was dying. And so the few that got to make the trip out to actually say goodbye to me, they were in tears. I was in tears. It was hard. It's not easy to say goodbye. I've said goodbye to a bunch of dying friends and family, and many loss that I didn't get to say goodbye to. It's never easy. Not something you get over either. Those emotions come in waves, sometimes out of nowhere, because a memory hits you. Because what do I keep telling you? We are nothing but God's little computers. That's why every single sense brings up a memory. Sound, sight, smell, touch, all of our senses trigger memories like it's supposed to. We are recording our experiences. Basically, what we are. Big computers, videotapes, audio recorders. We're a giant production wrapped up in each little human. How's that for a crazy thought? But I gotta hug my brothers. I gotta feel that brotherly love and that connection that we've formed over years, decades, because I've known a lot of these guys for a long time, and it's that brotherly love that drives us sometimes, keeps us motivated at work or in our craft or in our passion or new ventures, or sometimes just keeps us alive. God bless. May your endocannabinoid system be well saturated.